Do you believe that anybody can be rehabilitated? Do you believe these guys deserve second chances and third chances, and that a team should take on people that just need some guidance and things like that?
Well, I think that's a double-edged question. I believe that those who are judging and who are analyzing the players, they have the information to make a judgment. I won't ever make an opinion on a player without having certain information, and in most cases without having talked with them. If I haven't talked with a player, I'm not going to voice an opinion on trying to work with them, because I have to get a feeling from that player, and eyeball to eyeball kind of confrontation. So it's not difficult to judge, because if you look at George Foreman, George Foreman is the greatest change in the history of boxing. George was an admitted thug that used to rob people. Now George is one of the greatest humanitarians you'd ever want to meet in life, on a real level, and a minister. So there are great cases of change, and I believe that people that want a second opportunity should have one. If you pay your dues, then you should not be held forever by that mistake that you made.
Are you one of those cases, Jim? Do you think so?
I'm a case of admitting when I'm wrong. I don't look to say, well, I changed yesterday, or I'm just a different guy. No, I'm not a different guy. I'm a smarter guy. I'm an older guy. And I have a lot of experience. And that plays a major part in how you approach things. I'm a negotiator. But if you were writing a book, then you could say, well, Jim Brown changed. And you could probably be right based upon what it takes to write a book, or if you wrote an article. But if you dealt with my life from the early days, my character is basically the same. My struggle has been basically the same. And there's always been a struggle. And in America, there'll always be a struggle, because how does one approach racism? Do you accept it? Do you fight it? Do you speak out against it? Or are you satisfied to just, if you're Cleveland Browns, take the money, keep your mouth closed, and be a nice guy? Considered a nice guy. I always hated the fact that people would say, man, you want to be a nice guy. I don't know what nice guys are. So, as I sit here, there's a reason. And that reason is stronger than anything that says I shouldn't sit here. And the one thing, if I sit here, I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to cheat, I'm not going to demand something that I shouldn't demand. And I'm going to give it everything that I have to be helpful in the quest to try to win a Super Bowl. And that can be counted on. So that's a long answer, but
are you ever surprised? It's been almost 50 years since you stopped playing. Do you still resonate with these young guys who obviously, didn't see you and have to read about it?
Absolutely. It's almost like people. there's some of us that have a young attitude. We never lose that. And we have a language we speak to individuals. And some people have it, some people don't. I can speak to young people. I guess because I like them. And if you care about them and you're up to date, you know what you're talking about, and you have a sense of humor, you can talk to them. So I've never had that problem. You know, Ray Lewis is retiring now. He's older, but Ray is my partner. You know, Curtis Martin. See, those are certain kind of guys you got to remember. So it takes two to tango. There's me, then there's them. I might not choose to deal with a particular person. You know, I mean, if I dealt with basketball, there would be a couple of players that I just wouldn't want to deal with.
Just a couple more guys here.
Hey, Jim, at the beginning when I asked you a question about past things, you mentioned that sometimes people get accused of things that they didn't do. Have you ever been accused? Has anything become part of the folklore of Jim Brown that you really didn't do?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. They said I threw a girl off of a balcony. If that was absolutely false. But it was sketchy. And it was provocative, so it caught on.
That's probably the one that you wish would go away, right?
Well, I tell you, I haven't never positioned myself that way.
Yeah.
You know, validation has never been my thing. And perfection in any human being I've never seen. And so you take it just like you give it, man. It's, if you look at the world today, man, you look at the government, you look at our politicians, you know, a lot of it is a mess. So tell me which one of you have the answer to life and to how things should be. But as media, you know, you have a right to any question, any thought, because you are media, and that's your job, you know. And the one thing I'll tell you is this: I'm very happy with my life at this time, and I'm happy I lived a certain way. I'm happy that I retired the way I did. I'm happy that I left the way I did when hunger came in. I know. I laugh because I'm truly happy that it happened that way.